So, first and foremost, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. And in today's video, I wanted to show various examples to prove my theory on why modern dating is dead and why so many modern women as young as the 20-something year old age bracket, well up into the 40-something year old age bracket, are not worth not only dating nowadays, especially due to how the majority of us are always distracted with our electronic devices, our smartphones for the most part, but also on behalf of how so many of them not being wife material anymore, as in the days when as we weren't distracted by social media posts or trying to become the latest hashtag. The days when, if we could go back to the days when the majority of people had landlines as opposed to cell phones. If we could go back to the days where as soon as we were to meet a person, we could be able to talk to that person over the phone before we met them in person for not just a few minutes, but hours, and eventually be able to let that person meet our folks and vice versa. And then let our folks approve of that person and vice versa. And then eventually become serious with that person, take them out on a date or vice versa, go out on a date with them. And then eventually become so serious, begin to hit it off so well with that person to the point where you will want to eventually start a family with that person. Well, first and foremost, marry that person and then start a family with them, a foundation with them. Gone are those days because we're in the days now of modern hookup culture. Don't believe me? Well, here are the clips.
And after we ordered our food, I go to check my phone. I'm on my phone for like 30 seconds. He got up and left. He didn't even say anything either. He just quietly got up and left.
She's chatting. She was on her phone for more than 30 seconds. I would have left too. Let whoever have your attention take you out and pay for your food.
The video of me getting my boyfriend's name tattooed on my forehead went viral. All of the big social media platforms, newspapers, radio stations were talking about it. And all I want to say is that I regret my tattoo, but not this one, because this is actually not a real tattoo. And the reason why I trick the whole internet is that I have a message to young people and all of the people who wants to get covered in tattoos. I want everyone to know that I regret my tattoos and you might regret yours when you get older. And as a person fully covered in tattoos, I feel like this is my responsibility to speak up, share my experience. And when people see me on social media, the first thing they notice about me is my tattoos. So if I influence people, I want to influence people in the right way. I remember when 10 years ago I was getting my first tattoos and my mom, my friends were telling me all the time, Anna, you will regret your tattoos. And I didn't listen, maybe because they didn't have any tattoos. But if there was a person covered in tattoos saying they regret their tattoos, I would have listened. So like and share this video so we can together spread the true awareness that no one really talks about.
Ass out. Like, I just don't understand. Why do y'all wear skirts or shorts that just literally has your whole ass out? So me and my daughter just went to 7-Eleven to get Slurpees because it's like 99 degrees. I do understand. It is 99 degrees out, so of course you can dress a little, revealing, but why have the whole thing out? I don't understand. I can understand like a little sneak peek, and I should post a picture because I did take a picture, but don't nobody want to see that, and it's not cute, it's not attractive. It's actually nasty. Very nasty, very distasteful. Please put y'all asses up this summer. Don't be having it all hanging out for everybody to see, because there's a lot of us that do not want to see it.
So you should have just stuck with the salad, like everyone else.
I don't want to pay for it if it's going to be a problem.
What do you mean? No, okay, then come on. What was that?
Sorry, I said that I'm full.
Literally, you've had 4 of the chicken, you've had about 6 chips. It's literally what I said. Let me, because I'll get you a salad, give me something that will actually finish. Consider it unpaid.
Sorry, I thought I'd be able to finish it.
This is what I mean. Looking at you, you wouldn't have done anything for that, so you should have just stuck with the salad, like everyone else.
I don't want to pay for it if it's going to be a problem.
What do you mean? No, okay, then come on. I'm still coming back now, aren't I?
Go back when?
To my apartment, after.
I think my friend's going to go and wake me up or something.
You didn't tell me that before.
She's just texted me now.
So you can text your friend.
No, I just want to wait till it's together.
So that means you're not.
No, I'm going to go out and see my friend instead.
How much you make a year? How much money do you make a year?
On the first day, that's the type of question you ask?
Yeah, because I only date men that make a certain amount of money.
And what's your criteria? Well, how much is it?
I mean, just tell me how much you make and I'll tell you. If you,
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you what you're asking for, do you make that money?
I don't.
Oh, yeah. You don't.
The men are the providers. What y'all here for? Y'all provided.
If we're providing what you're supposed to do.
I'm here to cater and be pampered.
So he has to make a certain amount of money, and you're going to be there to be catered to and pampered.
Yeah, and
That's what you-
some good sex.
That's all you got to bring to the table, so to speak?
Nigga, I am the table, okay? How much you make?
I don't have to answer the question because I don't want to. Like, we're just meeting. I don't have to tell you how much I make a year. I don't know if I want to keep you. How about that?
What do you mean? I'm a catch.
You're a throwback, too.
Nigga, please, okay?
Right?
Let's go. I'm ready to go. Please, take me home. Take me home.
Because whoever going to catch you, they probably going to throw you back in the wood anyway.
Whatever, nigga.
Shut
We should have came here.
So you're just going to complain after you done ate up all the food and everything. You're going to make, this is your complaint.
I mean, it was alright. I mean, but I'm used to first dates with chandeliers and lights in the menu and greeters, and I got dressed up for Panera, like, for real. It's like, I don't know why you brought me here for a first date anyway.
We said what a meeting spot was. He said some about Starbucks. He was like, I'm going to Panera Bread.
Yeah, but I didn't know we was gonna come here. We should have went to Del Frisco's or Roof Chris or somewhere. Like,
Those are Del Frisco's or Chris on our first date.
obviously not you. I mean, but who goes to Panera on the first date? Like,
I mean, this is a middle spot. We just meet and greet and get to know each other. You don't meet somebody and just go all out on the first date. That don't even make sense.
we got to do the picnic at the park. Panera.
You suggested that. I mean, it seems like you liked everything they on your phone.
No, I said I like Panera. I didn't say we should have came here.
So you're just gonna complain after you done ate up all the food and everything. This is your complaint.
I mean, it was alright. I mean, but I'm used to first dates with chandeliers and lights in the menu
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, these are some perfect examples of why modern dating, both how and why modern dating is practically dead due to these exact reels that I showed. And this is on behalf of my fellas specifically, my fellas who may have never ever taken a woman out on a date, my fellas who may be pretty shy to approach women, whether it may be on behalf of approaching women physically or through online dating apps, because the majority of people nowadays like to meet each other off of online dating apps. People within the 20, well, I would go as far as the teenage age bracket, from the teenage year age bracket well up until the 50-something-year-old age bracket. So many of us now are caught up on online/social media apps in regards to how we communicate with people more and how we like to approach people, which kind of makes us wish we, like I stated earlier, we could go back to the days where we didn't have to depend on all these social media/online dating apps just to be able to hit it off with people, because we are also in a hookup culture, a modern day hookup culture, whereas after exchanging DMs with people off of a social media app, a social media/dating app, and then after connecting with that person who may seem to suit our interests and vice versa, most of us are usually in it to be intimate with that person, only to not have any more dealings with that person usually afterwards. Like always, and with that being said, folks, make sure to like, share, comment, and last but not least, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm out.